Hi, welcome to the Commercial Gas Engineer channel. Just want to talk to you about stress in this video, about stress prevention. I'm not sure if you're somebody who's ever experienced stress at work, but I just want to speak about ways of preventing stress just to get you thinking about which method works for you. I know it's not one thing that will work for everybody, but there's a few ideas I want to get you thinking about ways of preventing you from getting to a level where you just want to either leave your job or where you end up doing something that you don't want to do or getting into a fit of rage. So here's a few ideas for you. Okay, first and foremost, start off the day early if possible. Or even if you start work at 8, for instance, try to get to work for 7. Just helps you to prevent trying to play catch up all day, and it can help you get more organized. So start the day early. You beat the traffic as well, because as you know, getting into a lot of traffic on your way to work can just cause a lot of stress. So try to start the day early. Then once you've started early, try to not allow things to get disorganized, because when things are disorganized, it just brings about stress, especially when the pressure's on. Don't use pressure or having a lot of work to do as an excuse for making a mess. Try to have a place for everything. Put your tools back where they come from. Have a place for your tools, and also aim to have a list of what tools you need. Try not to run out of things, because as you know, when you don't have the right tools to do a job, it can make the job take longer. It can be more stressful. So try to make sure you have all the tools and they're in their right place, and this can help reduce stress. Also, aim to use any free time you have to make your van or your tool bag more organized. Make use of pen and paper. Pen and paper is underrated these days. We use a lot more technology than we did before. Writing things down is very therapeutic. So if you're in front of a boiler and it's not working, you can write down what you're going to do. Sometimes you can even write simply at the top, boiler not working, in hot water mode, steps to repair, and you can have some pointers there, such as call the manufacturer, call a friend, check sequence of operation. All right, then tick, I've done that, I've checked to see where it's locking out, and so on. And you can just write things down on paper so that you've got you're following a format rather than going all over the place, because it can be very stressful. Also, if you do call the manufacturer, at least have a pen and paper in your hand, or if you call a colleague for advice, write down what they're saying. Also, if you get a situation where you may have an angry manager of a building who wants their cold water supply back on, for instance, get pen and paper out and start writing stuff down as they are shouting or whatever demands people are making. Write things down on paper because sometimes people come and interrogate you and start writing down what you say. Sometimes you should write down what people say when they start interrogating you, asking questions. Just start writing things down. Sometimes when you're under pressure to fix something, or whatever type of pressure you're under, it may not be to repair something, but you could be under pressure in a job. Sometimes you need to just go and sit down for a moment, sit down for 5 minutes and take things in, and just relax and not pace up and down like a lion. Sometimes you also need to just go and get a drink, either a cup of tea or a coffee or whatever drink you like, water, and just have a break for a moment. Sometimes you may need to even make sure that before or after work that you just have a good stress buster and go for a run or something of that nature, whatever exercise you prefer, but something to just get rid of some of that stress. Sometimes you need to not only call the manufacturer, but sometimes you may need to call a friend and have a little rant to explain to them the situation. Sometimes it's better doing that rather than moaning to work colleagues or to your manager about everything that upsets you. Sometimes in your lunch break or whatever break that you decide to take. So when you do decide to take that break, whether it's before stress hits or during stress, there are games out there. I don't know what games you prefer, things to help you take your mind off work, such as Wordle. It's a really good word game. Check it out. It's free. Maybe you want to play chess. Good website is chess.com. You can go on there and have a game of chess against somebody, or this may not be a stress buster for you. This might make you more stressed, but I don't know what works for you, but just try to take your mind off work with something. Another great one is music. Good to put on certain types of music to calm you down. I don't know what type of music you like, but now and then whilst you're working, or it may not be that safe depending on the circumstance you're in. Sometimes music is a good thing in your lunch break, or for you to just put some music on to help you de-stress. Now and then you just need to have a stretch, because there may be tension sometimes can be drawn from lack of water or from lack of sleep, and you can have a lot of tension around your temple and stuff. Sometimes you just need to stretch and get rid of some of the tension in your body. Sometimes you need to just pick up a book and switch off from work and read and get away from work. It could be your reference guide, your gas book or so on, but sometimes you just need to get away from work and read something that has got nothing to do with work. Sometimes you need to have some snacks, so like break open some peanuts or something like that, like a fidget toy. Sometimes we have these fidget toys or bubble wrap or things like that. Sometimes for a moment of time you need to have something like break open some peanuts and things of that nature to help you get your mind off what you are dealing with at work. Sometimes you need to just have a laugh, so call up someone who's going to make you laugh or watch something, and so yeah, just laugh. And there are times as well when you just need to put your phone on silent or turn it off for maybe 15 minutes or half an hour. There may be times at work where people are just ringing you like every 5 minutes when you're trying to fix a problem. And sometimes you just need to turn your phone off for 10-15 minutes just to gather your thoughts. So those are my tips for you with how to deal with stress at work, or when you're away from work, or even before work. And sometimes you just also need to have breaks, because you can go through a whole week of working Monday to Sunday and you're on call and there's no break in between, or you might be on call the night before and you don't really get your rest break in between, and there's a lot of stress and it can all build up. So you need to switch off at times. So after work and sometimes during work, look for those times where you can switch off. And one last thing is make yourself comfortable. I've been told that whenever, whatever situation I'm in, regardless of how hard you want to work, aim to make your work environment comfortable. So don't be working in an uncomfortable situation. So look after yourself when you're working. You don't have to be treating yourself as though you're working in a mine. You should look after yourself and keep yourself comfortable. You work better when you are more comfortable. Don't abuse yourself when you're working hard. All right. Thank you for listening, and please put some comments in the section below for anything that you would like to recommend as what are good stress busters. All right. Until next time. Bye bye bye.